JT Miller and Elias Pettersson have some serious issues together on the ice and away from the rink. After watching last night's game against the Golden Knights, it was frustrating since JT Miller and Elias Pettersson still have their own power play units. Something is clearly wrong in that dressing room. JT Miller took a couple weeks off due to personal reasons away from the team, and him raising his palms behind the net reminded me about the time against the Winnipeg Jets when Miller slammed the net to tell the goaltender to go to the bench, which shows that Miller is still being bothered by something. Now, if we go back to the time when Bo Horvat was with the Canucks, the locker room was considered a country club, and there was rumors of the locker room being split up between Horvat and Miller. The Canucks, they then decided to go and trade Horvat to the Islanders during his contract year. Then, after trading Bo Horvat, the Canucks go on a heater and start winning more hockey games. There were multiple reports I heard this season of JT Miller calling Elias Pettersson a crybaby earlier on in the season during practice. Miller was just simply trying to get Pettersson going. JT Miller then took a leave of absence, and Elias Pettersson then played some of his best hockey of the season during the time JT Miller was away from the team. During that stretch, Elias Pettersson had 10 points in 6 games, which is over a point per game pace. Ever since Miller has been back with the team, Elias Pettersson and JT Miller are not producing offensively. Elias Pettersson has 0 points in his last 5 games, and this is a player that's being paid $11.6 million. Elias Pettersson should be having at least a point per game on an off night. There is clearly something wrong, and when the Canucks had a chance to make it 3-1 against Utah on the power play, Miller and Pettersson were still split up. There's clearly something wrong, because the most obvious choice would be to overload the power play, put your best players out in order to score a goal and win the hockey game. And then later on, Utah, they tied the hockey game. In overtime, JT Miller had a long shift and should have changed. Him possibly knowing that Pettersson was the person to come on the ice next, decided to stay on there for another rush. I think Francesco Aquilini might need to step in here and make these two players give each other a hug or something, because it's not clearly working out. Former coach Bruce Boudreau did mention that JT Miller and Elias Pettersson did not always get along, and there was something going on prior to when he arrived. So this has been going on for years. Elliot Friedman has thrown Pettersson's name in trade rumors with teams such as the Buffalo Sabres. Right now, this Canucks team has a lot of passengers. Quinn, Hughes, Kiefer, Sherwood, Kevin Lankinen are the only players that are consistently showing up on a night-to-night basis. JT Miller and Elias Pettersson, you two gotta figure things out, otherwise the Canucks could be in big trouble here. If you like this video, subscribe and turn on those post notifications for more content on my channel. Take care.